First reading, a reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 18, verses 1 to 10. Yahweh appeared to him at the oak of Mamre, while he was sitting by the entrance of the tent during the hottest part of the day. He looked up, and there he saw three men standing near him. As soon as he saw them, he ran from the entrance of the tent to greet them and bowed to the ground. My lord, he said, if I find favor with you, please do not pass your servant by. Let me have a little water brought, and you can wash your feet and have a rest under the tree. Let me fetch a little bread, and you can refresh yourself before going further. Now that you have come in your servant's direction, they replied, do as you say. Abraham hurried to the tent and said to Sarah, quick, knead 3 measures of best flour and make loaves. Then running to the head, Abraham took a fine and tender calf and gave it to the servant who hurried to prepare it. Then, taking curd, milk, and the calf which had been prepared, he laid all before them, and they ate while he remained standing near them under the tree. Where is your wife Sarah? They asked him. She is in the tent, he replied. Then his guest said, I shall come back to you next year, and then your wife Sarah will have a son. Sarah was listening at the entrance of the tent behind him. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. Second reading. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians, chapter 1, verses 24 to 28. It makes me happy to be suffering for you now and in my own body to make up all the hardships that still have to be undergone by Christ for the sake of his body, the church, of which I was made a servant with the responsibility towards you that God gave to me, that of completing God's message. The message, which was a mystery hidden for generations and centuries, and has now been revealed to his holy people. It was God's purpose to reveal to them how rich is the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles. It is Christ among you, your hope of glory. This is the Christ we are proclaiming, admonishing and instructing everyone in all wisdom to make everyone perfect in Christ. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. In the course of their journey, he came to a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. She had a sister called Mary, who sat down at the Lord's feet and listened to him speaking. Now, Martha, who was distracted with all the serving, came to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister is leaving me to do the serving all by myself? Please tell her to help me. But the Lord answered, Martha, Martha, he said, you worry and fret about so many things, and yet few are needed, indeed only one. It is Mary who has chosen the better part, and it is not to be taken from her.